The latest update has brought the Thanksgiving event to Ghost Simulator, which consists of just a little small area to the main hub forest with one questline and 2 new chests to open for turkey legs. Now this event, like all previous Thanksgiving events, is relatively small, but will actually be lasting 2 updates, so a total of 28 days, unlike previous Thanksgiving events, which lasted usually 1 update cycle or 2 weeks. Because of this, you guys will have a little bit more time to go grind for this event if you want. Now, the thing about the Thanksgiving event is, unlike other events, there isn't any specific areas for it, and it actually consists of one small questline that has you just go vacuum other ghosts in areas around to go collect other turkey legs to more or less buy the stuff. So because these items just drop from any ghost, you can really go grind anywhere, although usually it's recommended to go grind in areas with high density of ghosts that you can one-tap pretty easily, which is usually stuff in Ghost World, since those are the places where ghosts clump up pretty nicely, at least over in the courtyard area. The other thing of note for the update is that there is a new event questline that will be available for you to do, and I'd recommend doing since it will give you some nice turkey legs at least, and also probably a pet or a board to add to your collection. This should be pretty easy to do and will probably only take you at most an hour to do, and I would definitely recommend if you're wanting to play this event. Now, the crates themselves for this event are actually pretty interesting since it follows a chest layout similar to that usually done by keys, but is used by buying them with turkey legs, and for pretty cheap prices too, since 500 turkey legs would take me about 10 ghost drops to do if I'm using ghostly loot gun, less than that if I'm using glitchy loot gun. Also to note is that the 500 crate actually gives you a very good item, since it is only double the cost of the 250 one. Same chance of getting a godly as the 250 does of getting a rare, so if going for 500 first might be cool. But also bear in mind that because of how cheap the 500 is, a lot of people will be just skipping the 250. So if you are wanting stuff for collection, going for the 250 stuff is actually going to be pretty rare to worthwhile going for if you have additional legs. Now, as I said earlier, legs can drop from any ghost. As they drop in the same amount, it's recommended to go to areas where there's high clumpage of them, able to defeat them pretty easily. My recommended areas for this would be either the Ghost World and the Courtyard, or areas in the main hub where you can easily one-shot ghosts, since these areas have a nice clumpage of ghosts that are pretty easy to access, really easy to one. Now, other areas that you probably could use is stuff in the void, since it's easy enough to travel between and the ghosts there have decently low health. But I would recommend doing stuff in the Ghost World. Because of these items dropping in addition to the other drops of ghosts, at this time it isn't actually a very good plan to be going in items for turning into gum or anything like that, since your items will be diluted a little bit with these other legs. So if you are planning on grinding, like let's say for a rift gum, I'd recommend waiting until this update is over, since it really isn't a good time to be grinding for that kind of stuff. And that should be everything you need to know about completing this event. It's a pretty simple event, and really if you want to, it's pretty easy to max out. But with that said, hopefully you guys enjoy the event, and I'll see you guys in my next update review video.